So I ended up asking you guys like a month and a half ago to send me pictures of your G35 so that way I can do a video where I rate them. So this is going to be the video where I do the ratings for the G35s. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't been uploading as consistently. This video that you guys are watching right now has been the corporate for that. I haven't been able to find a really good way to make this video where it's fair to everybody. So I found by adding the mod list to where I can basically talk about your guys' mods will make it fair. Even if you don't have it built outside, you can still have, you know, stuff in the interior, or you can still have the car built in the inside, basically the internals and everything else. So I wanted to make it fair for everybody so that way it's not just, you know, anyone who has a body kit basically gets the praise and all the other people don't. So let's get started with the video. I might do a part 2 in the future. I'm not sure how many I'll get through in this video. So if you're not in this video, don't feel bad. I'll probably end up doing another one. So let's get started. So the way I'm going to be rating things is from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. If I do end up doing a part 2 on rating your guys' cars, make sure you're following my Instagram. That's where I'm going to be doing basically a post where you guys will know. All right, so first person that is up is Sergio Flores. He ended up sending me a picture of his G35 Coupe. I'm going to be reading off the mod list while you guys are staring at the picture, and then I'll give my thoughts afterwards. So his mod list is Forge Star F14 wheels. He's got a double din stereo, and he's got Spec D tuning headlights. So from what I can tell, he's early in his build. He also does have a front lip, as you can see on the picture. He's got some rims on it. He can use some side markers. I would say getting the VQ plug side markers, that's a shout out to him, but getting those would probably help out, making sure since he already has a gray car that would help out with that. Maybe painting the grille black and then wrapping the roof, just your standard stuff. He can use some coilovers, or if he doesn't want to buy coilovers, he can get some lowering springs. So out of 10, I'd give it a solid 6 just because it does have wheels, it does have Spec D lights. I mean, obviously these mods aren't cheap. I think a solid 6 is good for it, so let's go on to the next car. All right, so for person number 2 is Denzo VQ on Instagram. So he sent me a picture of his G35 as well. So his mod list is new land golden tires all around. He's got Mishimoto radiator. He's got new rear axles, both left and right side. He's got drilled and slotted rotors with performance pads. He's got Spec D headlights. He has depot clear with black housing taillights. He's got some new rear hub and bearings from Z1 Motorsports. He has a Z1 single exit exhaust with extension. He's got a Megan Racing Y pipe. He has some new O2 sensors up and downstream. He's got 2 pour oil catch can, and he has some $65 eBay valve covers and gaskets. I like how he gave me the price just so I knew how much he spent on them. That's funny. So this G35 definitely has some stuff done to it. It has some performance stuff, it has some maintenance stuff, and it has just some tasteful things to the car. So it looks like he went more performance than cosmetic, just adding some good performance mods to it, like a single exit exhaust. He has a rear OEM wing in black, so that's pretty cool. It looks like he also has the roof wrap. He has blacked out emblem. He has a aftermarket tail light. So it looks like he's definitely put some work into the G35. It's maybe a little bit biased, but I'm kind of a fan of the OEM tail lights. I don't know about you guys. So the aftermarket tail lights, I'm not a huge fan of. I know a lot of people like running aftermarket tail lights and headlights. I think the Spec Ds look really good on the car. I'm not a fan of aftermarket tail lights, so that's just one of the things I personally don't like. I'd say the only other thing that you can use on the G35 is just lowering it a little bit. Overall, I say it's a clean build, nothing crazy. He's going with performance mods, so he does have like Mishimoto radiators. He has, you know, performance pads. He's got, you know, single exit exhaust. So he's definitely focused on making sure the car is running good maintenance and also getting some performance in the car. So out of 10, I'd definitely give this car like a solid 7 just because of all the work he's put into the car. So definitely keep it up, and maybe in part 2 you can have some more stuff that you can send in. So next one up is Low V35. He sent in his G35 Coupe, so I'm going to read off the mods. So the mods he has is an air intake, HKS coilovers. He's got Brembo brakes. He's got work wheels. He has a full single exit stainless steel exhaust. He's got Spec D headlights, and he's got a Braille battery. So he has a couple bolt-ons on the G35. I'm a sucker for black G35s. I wish I had a black G35. As you can see, he also has side markers on the G35. I think that looks really good. Blacked out grille with a blacked out car. That looks really good as well. I like the wheels, the work wheels. I think they look really good on the car. Everything looks and complements the car really well. It's honestly a really simple and clean G35. I'd probably do the same thing if I had a black G35 as well. So out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7, 7.5, just because it's a really clean build. I like that it's a black color on the car. Everything basically complements on the car as well. He ended up doing a lot of mods that would complement the color. So nothing really sticks out in a good way. It's simple, it's nice, and I really like the car. Next person up is Matt Duck 4130 on Instagram. He ended up sending in his G35 Coupe as well. So let me read out the mods for you guys. So his mods include K&N and intake, tail has turn signal. He has a front lip. He's got an undershroud. He has Spec D headlights. He has a double din radio, and he also has side markers. He has a couple mods on his G35. He has a raised wheels, which I really like on G35s. I'm a sucker for those. He has the sport side skirts that come with the 06, 07 G35s. I think those look badass. I wish I had those on my G35. I think he did really good with getting the chrome housing on the Spec D headlights because his G35 basically is a light color. Out of 10, I'd probably give this car like a 6, 6.5 just because it has a handful of mods. Nothing too crazy on G35. It's a clean G35. The only things I look into getting on this G35, honestly, keeping it clean, keeping it simple would be lowering springs or coilovers. Honestly, other than that, maybe retinting the windows. It would look really clean, really simple. Again, I'm a sucker for that, so that's just what I would say for it. All right, so next person up is VQRNDL on Instagram. So he ended up sending in his G35 sedan. So this is the first sedan we're having on the video. All right, so I'm gonna read off the mods. He actually has a lot of mods, by the way, and he also has it manual swapped, so that's really cool in itself. So he has a 2003 G35 manual swapped. He has BC Racing coilovers. He has Godspeed tow arms. He has Godspeed camber arms. He has Godspeed traction arms, eBay test pipes, GK Tech lower control arm bushings, Z1 Motorsports poly motor mounts, Z1 Motorsports poly diff bushings, ISR clutch line and slave cylinder, welded diff, upgraded electronic fans and fan pulley delete, Z1 coolant hoses, TFF bash bar, Amazon oil catch can, muffler delete, upgraded 06 taillights, coupe seats, double din stereo. This guy definitely has a bunch of stuff done to the G35, a bunch of hours put into it, I'm sure. First things first, the tubed front end, holy shit. If I saw this at a car meet, I'd be like, this guy fucks. Like, this guy's for sure, he's got something under the hood. He's definitely put some mad hours into this car. There's no way it's a stock G35 with bash bars, you know? Definitely like that for what his car is. Like, he definitely has put in a bunch of work into it. For the most part, a lot of it is maintenance, performance, these type of mods. So I'd say that's really impressive, all the stuff he's done to it. It looks like it's basically a drift car from the looks of it. He has a welded diff. So out of 10 on this car, he's definitely put work in. He's definitely made sure the car's running right. He's put some performance mods and along with maintenance. So out of 10 for this G35, I would rate it around 7, 7.5, being that he's put a lot of work into it, making sure it's good to go. As I'm looking at the G35, things I would do differently would be wrapping the roof, just to give some contrast to the color of the car. Along with the roof wrap, I'd also do a chrome delete and then end up painting the grille as well, just to make it look a little bit different, a little contrast on the car itself, just because it's a gray car. Along with that, I'd probably do some blacked out headlights just to spice things up a bit. But other than that, it's a really good car underneath. He's definitely put some time in, so it's definitely a really cool car. So next person up is Slogans Rev Up on Instagram. He ended up sending his G35 Coupe, and I love the color on this G35. So I'm gonna read off the mods. So his car is an 06 G35 Rev Up, a 6-speed manual, which is really cool. He has a single exit custom exhaust. He's got a muffler delete, resonator delete. He's got a plenum spacer, long ram engine intake. He's got NRG Prisma seat. He's got an NRG quick release. He's got True Heart coilovers, which I think True Hearts are like the best bang per buck if you're looking to really slam your car. He didn't mention, but the G35 also has wheels on it. So these are white wheels. I'm not a fan at all of white wheels, but on this car, I'm not gonna lie, it actually suits it. Also because it has the projector, the clear headlights, so I think it matches somewhat with it. He has this OEM sport bumper, which I'm jealous of. I want that so bad. He has a blacked out aftermarket grille, which I'm not really a fan of. I think the OEM grille painted in black is really, really good. There's a couple things to do to this G35 personally. One of the things would be adding spacers to it. You can see that the wheels are kind of inwards a little bit, so add spacers, just correct it, make it look a lot nicer. Lower it just a little bit more would be another one. And I think the last one would be getting some carbon fiber mirror caps, since he does have the blacked out grille in the front. I think it'd look really nice with that. Out of 10 for this one, I'd give it like a 6, 6.5. I think it's really good, but just those couple mods that I recommended would probably make it look a lot nicer. So overall, it's a really clean car though. Next person up is D Sorb on Instagram. So he's messaged me a bit. We've talked a bit. So this is kind of it's gonna hit him a little harder. So he sent in his G35 Coupe, so you can see that the bumper isn't painted, but let me get into the mods first. So his mod list is an AFE Takata Stage 2 cold air intake, AFE Silver Bullet throttle body spacer, Motordyne art pipes, ISR white pipe, and it's being shipped at the moment. So that's pretty much it on his list. He has a couple mods that he's going to be doing as well, but I won't read those since that's basically not on the car yet. So we can see on the pictures that the G35 is white. I'm not a fan of the Infiniti G35 white pearl. I think that it makes it look like a dirty white. You know, I used to have a G35 Coupe that was a white pearl as well. So when I'd park it next to like the new Audis, you know, for example, they have like a ice white. The G35 would look kind of dirty. So ever since then, I've never liked the white from like factory color, but I am planning maybe in the future wrapping it white, but like an ice white on this G35 that I have. It's nothing personal against you, bro. I'm just not a fan of the white. I've had it. That's why I'm speaking out on it. The one thing I'm noticing though that I really like is the fitment. That fitment's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. The front fitment's good. The rear fitment, for what I can tell, looks really good as well. He's got a bit done to it. He didn't mention that he has the roof wrapped. He has a like roof spoiler. He has a aftermarket trunk. He's got quite a bit of stuff done to it. He has aftermarket wheels, tinted windows, Spec D headlights, painted grille. But bro, once you paint the bumper, honestly, it's gonna look really good all together. You already have kind of the supporting cosmetic mods for it to look good. I don't know what bumper this is from the pictures. I can't really tell. He also has a couple bolt-on mods. He has like the art pipes, which is really hard to come by in California now. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but you can't get, you know, test pipes shipped to California. So like the art pipes, you can't get them shipped. I'm sure you could buy them on eBay, you know, get them shipped there, but you can't buy them from like Z1 Motorsports. You can't buy them from Concept Z, I believe. You know, they're not shipping them to California. So now it's like shipping them to, you know, a different state, and from that state getting them shipped over here. So it kind of sucks. It actually really sucks, but it is what it is, you know, California thing. So out of 10 on this G35, it's kind of tough because he doesn't have the bumper painted, but he has like all the other mods cosmetically that look really nice. The only two things I'd say: bumper painted, getting it a little bit lower, and maybe side skirts depending on how it looks all together at the end. Once the bumper's painted, I'd give it like a solid 8.5. Honestly, it's really good. All together, the cosmetic mods will look really good. So that bumper, get it painted, and it'll be a lot higher. I think it'd look really good all together. And then lower the car just a little bit, and it'll look perfect. All right, so the last G35 I'm reviewing in this video is going to be a G35 Coupe. It's by JStreet_IG. He sent in his G35 Coupe, and these are the mods on it. It has Rev 9 coilovers, Godspeed arms, welded diff. He's got wheels on it, aftermarket wheels. He has GK Tech angle kit. He has NRG bucket seat, NRG steering wheel hub, DND wheel, eBay dual tip exhaust. He has eBay test pipes, DC sport intake. So I'm assuming he drifts the car. He's on angle kit. He has welded diff. I always love when people actually use the cars. Like, I'm a sucker for it. I hate, you know, people not really driving their cars and just having them there sitting around. I really like the wheels on the G35. I think they suit the car really well, especially with the silver on the wheels and the silver on the car. I think it pulls it all together, and I like the side skirts. Like I said, these are the sports side skirts. I like that little indent that it has, and then like the line all the way through it. The fitment's pretty good. I'd say the rear could use a little bit lower, but other than that, I think it's a solid, clean car. I also like that he has tinted windows, especially in California. Jesus Christ, it gets horrible. A couple things I do to the G35 just to make it a little bit different would be, you know, wrapping the roof, maybe taking off the emblems, just really simple stuff on this one. It looks really clean the way it is right now. I like the fitment. I'd say the rear a little bit lower, but overall, really clean car. I really like the way it looks. So out of 10, I give this G35 a 6. And I think with G35s, I mean, a lot of people do a lot of crazy stuff to them. And as you guys saw with most of the G35s in this video, everybody has very simple, tasteful mods. And I think it speaks a lot with the G35s. So just doing simple things to it is going to make it look really nice. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. This will help out a bunch so I can keep doing these if you guys really enjoy it. So like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys want to get your car reviewed, it honestly doesn't have to be a G35 or a 350Z. It could be any car, and I'll end up doing, you know, episode 2 where it's everyone else's cars and it's not just, you know, G35s. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Stay tuned and make sure you keep up to date with all the posts I do on Instagram, just so you make sure that you get your chance to be eligible into it. Not everybody made it. There was a bunch of people that didn't make it, so I might end up doing a part 2 just on this alone. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Leave it a like if you did enjoy it. It helps me out a bunch knowing if I should make these types of videos. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Got a bunch of G35 videos helping you out with your car, whether it's maintenance, performance, whatever it is. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.